That was a 35.7-pound bag that he caught.
Not only is it a last-minute buzzer beater, but he takes down the #1 angler in the world, Jacob Wheeler. I have been searching out some myself, and they're pretty much already all sold out. So nothing says business more than a major tournament trail heading to a city.
You would have to show up with a budget in cash so that you don't end up just running up a credit card bill over there, wouldn't you?
Coming up, bass fishing tournaments in Japan, the best catch of 2025, a mini glide bait rundown from KGB himself, and what happens when MLF comes to town.
Welcome to the Best on Tour Breakdown, the behind-the-scenes briefing on the buzz, banter, baits, and business of bass fishing. I'm Jordan Babcock, once again joined by Dave Rush. Dave, what's the bonus segment going to be about today?
Today's bonus segment is all about Japanese fishing tackle shops. Several of our friends recently went on a trip to Japan, and we want to share some of their findings here on the Best on Tour Breakdown. You're definitely not going to want to miss this one. Jordan, what is the buzz about this week?
So this week, Dave, I wanted to bring up bass fishing tournaments in Japan. We have some buddies over there right now, and the bass fishing tournaments that they got to witness were super interesting. They posted some footage of it on their Instagram stories, and so I pulled up some of the links. I want to show you this one, Dave, in particular. Have you ever seen someone come to the scales and require 3 of their friends to carry their weigh bags? That is how much of a monster bag this guy
Definitely
caught.
seen multiple bags on Elite Series tournaments and different events I've covered. I've seen 3 bags before. I don't know that I have seen 3 individuals carry said bags, but this is Lake Biwa, right? So that is home of some giant bass. So I'd love to see what the actual weight of this stringer is.
Yes, so I was wondering the same thing. So I'll just keep this playing right here and let you see some of these fish he pulls out. It's pretty insane. And then I'll pull up the actual results. Maybe take a guess, Dave. I've not shown you this before, so based on what he's going to put in this basket, maybe ballpark what you think this monster bag is going to weigh. This was very cool to see. Just the fact that, as far away as Japan is from the United States, this looks just like a weigh-in from over here, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. A good culture of bass fishing in Japan. Man, there's some giants. Tournament fishing, definitely a big deal. That's a cool looking venue to have it as well, right? The Muda
Yeah,
Bass
nice
Fishing
crowd.
Tournament. Man, look at all those sponsors on the banners too. Oh, that's a giant, dude. Man, are we talking 41 pounds?
Not quite that heavy, but gosh, not far off either. Let me show you. I'll pull up the official results here. So if we go to the Muta Marine Fishing page and we find the translated results into English, check this out, man. That was a 35.7-pound bag that he caught.
Okay, so I was way off.
And then on day 2, he follows it up with 30 and a half. So he absolutely destroys the rest of the field, man. He blew these people out of the water on Lake Biwa and caught 66.2 pounds in 2 days.
Yeah, obviously, if you follow bass fishing, you've heard of Lake Biwa. What I have heard recently is it gets a ton of pressure, which is why some of these awesome techniques come out of Japan for these pressured fish that we incorporate now here in the United States. But man, they're dialed in on it, and that's kind of cool, man. I like how they pop the champagne, kind of similar to the F1 race. Different. Everything looks like super cool, man. It's just so visual over there, like jerseys, the aesthetics of everything. I'm really digging this, and the podium, the 1, 2, 3. That's really cool, man. I like this. I think we should incorporate a little bit more of this into our tournament weigh-ins here in the United States.
Yeah,
And what I also noticed too, man, I've followed this stuff, for several years. But it's always cool because you see, I mean, you see like the Mercury outboards, you see like different brands of boats, American boats. So there's a nice trade-off. Like we get a lot of their, I mean, obviously you see the depths on the jersey there, hottest bait on the market, Sakamata shad. It's a nice trade-off. I mean, we get a lot of their techniques, tackle, things of that nature, and obviously they are using, a lot of our boats and engines, and it's kind of cool. Nice Gamakatsu there on the front, man. But this kind of gets me fired up, man. It's the Muda Bass Classic. I'm a huge wrestling fan, man, and iconic Japanese wrestler, the Great Muda. I wonder if he has anything to do with the Japanese. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's spraying the foreign mist into the Nature Boy Ric Flair's eyes. Referee is watching. That looks post match. Tommy Young there. He's already got a title in hand, so of course that would have been an automatic disqualification against a Great Muda had that happened during the match. But yeah, Great Muda there. Muda Bass Classic. All types of cool things come from Japan. Bass fishing, wrestling. I'd like a mix of all of it in my feed. So that's kind of what I'm into.
Yeah, one thing I noticed too was like, man, check out these boat rafts. I mean, there's some really nice looking rigs over there. We got a Charger here. We've got maybe a Falcon. We've got all kinds of
Yeah,
cool
there's a
looking
Falcon
boats.
there. Yeah. Yeah, Raid Japan. You're familiar with that brand. If you're not, go check it out. Yeah, man, just the visual aesthetics, like we were talking about, makes it so cool to me. That's just part of it. And those guys, man, they're so into it. You see a leash there on one of the outboards as well. So a nice trade-off, a nice mix of American products, Japanese products. Nice 4 box there in studio, live streaming. Looks like a lot of scoping, lot of looking at the electronics there.
Yeah, it kind
And
of does. I wonder
Biwa,
if we
man, if you
could,
hadn't seen it, it is a huge lake.
yeah, I wonder if we could find some footage of this actual live shot to see, man, that guy. Actually, let me pull this up too for you, Dave. One of those fish in that huge monster bag he caught was confirmed by our friend Todd Seisner at Bass Fan. He was actually at that weigh-in, and let me show you this picture. He actually got a picture of the weigh bag with the fish in it, and it was a 12.9
Okay,
pounder. Check out this freaking fish.
it's a giant. Not for Lake Biwa, but it's a giant.
Right. That's something else we'll maybe talk about on our future show is talking about Lake Biwa Giants. The world record was caught there, 22 pounds. So maybe we'll talk about that in a future segment.
But yeah, man, but it's super cool to see, kind of a behind the scenes, get a glimpse of what goes on there in Japanese tournament bass fishing. And looks like, Lake Biwa is healthy and doing well based on the information that we're getting here from the Muda Bass Classic. Jordan, what's the banter about this week?
This week, Dave, the banter is going to be about the Best on Tour awards. If you guys have not checked those out yet, depending on when this show goes live, bestontour.net/awards. The winners might be posted there. If not, if there's still an opportunity to vote, you guys should do that. That's what this video is about, Dave. I'm going to show you this. This was a video we did on Bass Talk Live, and we talked about the Catch of the Year category. And all of these were taken from fan nominations, and then we actually have the actual videos themselves too, linked on the website. I have short clips of them here. Let me show you. And then we'll talk about some of the comments we got for this. I thought there was some great banter around this one. So check this out really quick.
So this is Pollen.
Gosh, this thing is huge.
Actually, I have Pat Schlocker on the Sabine River. And so next, we have Jake Lawrence.
Lawrence is hooked up. Has to have it over the gunnel of the boat before time expires. Lawrence. He'll get it all. Jake Lawrence.
So that is our Catch of the Year category between those three guys.
That's cool, man.
And
Three worthy catches of the year. I'm gonna be a little bit biased here and say, man, how do you not vote for? How does Jake Lawrence not win the catch of the year? Not only is it a last minute buzzer beater, but he takes down the #1 angler in the world, Jacob Wheeler. Wow, Wheeler has, like, literally right after it has a potential fish that ties or wins for him, just trying to horse it into the boat to beat the clock. Doesn't happen. If you guys have not seen that, go back, look it up. On the Major League Fishing website, their social media, I'm sure it's all around on their properties there. But man, that one's tough to beat. Other ones really cool. Polinick, obviously dominant performance there at Okeechobee, catching giants. Always fun to see somebody catch giants. And Pat Schlopper, the critical nature of that fish, and that's a good one for the Sabine River. Awesome cast he made there to get that fish to bite. But man, like, oof, Jake Lawrence, that gave me chill bumps again watching it.
Yeah, that was a really exciting catch. I mean, again, not to be too biased, but we think that one's pretty awesome. And so, speaking of taking down the man himself, Jacob Wheeler, he actually commented on this post here. Let me show you this one. He says, if Jake doesn't win this, it will be a tragedy. Top 3 of all time winning moments in bass fishing history, and it's not up for debate. That's what Jacob Wheeler has to say. So I guess we'll see how the fan vote shakes out, but that's
Well, there
that's
you
what
have
Wheeler
it
says.
from the man himself, and an agreement there by former Bassmaster Classic champion Randy Howell. So a lot of heavyweights chiming in the Jake Lawrence category, but hey, it's up to the fans. The top 3 nominations here were decided on by the fans, and the final vote will be decided on by the fans. But in our opinion, man, that Jake Lawrence one is hard to beat.
Hard to beat. We do have a honorable mention that Great Lakes Gaff mentioned in our comments here. Let me show you this comment, Dave. He says, Polinook's Smalley on the mag draft at St. Clair was probably a dark horse pick for most, but it's the fish catch I enjoy the most this season. That's another really great one. It's hard to narrow these down to just 3, but that's another cool one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Great comment there by Great Lakes Gaff. If I recall correctly, that was kind of like a deal. Polinick was fishing a very heavily currented area, and it was kind of a hero or zero spot, and he was catching maybe the final day there or third day, one of the two, trying to make a comeback, and was catching some big smallies on a mag draft, and yeah, for sure. I mean, had that one got enough nominations, it 100% could have been up there too. I mean, it's was a great catch, but man, I think people probably nominated the Okeechobee Polinick deal more so because it was such a dominant performance and another blue trophy from the Idaho angler.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are great comments. We appreciate you guys, giving us feedback. That's another thing we're going to put up on the website on bestontour.net/awards is we're going to have a feedback form. If you guys want to let us know, what you thought about the nomination process and the voting and, kind of ways we can improve this. It's our first year doing the awards. We're going to keep doing it every year. I think it's just going to get better and better. So keep the comments coming, guys. We appreciate it. And yeah, that's the Best on Tour Wars.
All right, Jordan, we are going to talk about some baits this week. We are going to talk about the KGB SPRO Lil Guy.
So, Dave, let me show you this video that I found on this. It's on the KGB Swimbaits Facebook page. And Kevin from KGB does a really cool breakdown of this bait. So check this out and let's talk about it.
Kevin here with KGB Swimbaits. We're here talking to you about the new SPRO Lil Guy 120. Right now, I want to show you the 3 colors and tell you who's got them coming out. 3 big locations. It's going to be Academy, Bass Pro, Tackle Warehouse. The 3 are getting massive shipments of these, but a lot of mom and pop stores are going to have these as well.
We've got Platinum Shad, Grand Shad, the all-time favorite, bestseller, period, bone.
There's a lot of reasons to have a little bit faster sink rate on these. This bait's about an ROF 5, so it's a little bit faster, but that's how we're able to get this bait to stay so stable, and you can still work it subsurface. Also lets you get it down, if you're live scoping, lets it get down to those fish before they move off. They burn, they chop, they actually have a really good glide for a bait of this size. They cast very, very well. You can bomb cast these with the right setup. I've actually been working on a prototype with SPRO. It's going to be an F5 SPRO KGB coming together. Brad over at F5 knows rods, and this one is the absolute perfect setup for the little guy. Any 100 to 150 size. I like higher speed, 30 to 35 pound braid, a 15-pound mono leader, about 6 feet long. That is going to give you the best setup possible for using this bait. It is like glide bait fishing, just downsized. You can't really fish it wrong. If that bite gets really tough, if you're a dedicated hardcore swim bait fisherman, you can go out and still have fun with this and just downsize it and catch it. It's finesse swim baiting. Or for the beginner, what's cool about it is you're going to be able to learn all the tricks that you need for swim baiting with a little one and then graduate and step up to the bigger ones. Perfect for beginners. It's perfect for kids. Or if you're a seasoned guy, but they're just down there crushing little tiny stuff and you can't get them to eat that big bait, tie this on, they're going to eat it.
So there we go. The SPRO KGB Little Guy 120.
So straight from the man himself, Kevin Brightwell of KGB. What do you think about that, Dave?
I think Kevin pretty much summed it up and said it all. I mean, there's not much more you can add to it other than I have been searching out some myself, and they're pretty much already all sold out. So that first big shipment that he's talking about has gotten gobbled up by the consumer mostly, but I'm sure there are more to come. I do like the fact that they limited it to 3 pretty popular colors, 3 basic colors. That's pretty cool instead of spreading it out to just a huge amount of colors. I think the 3 core colors are basically all you need right now. And the knock on those smaller swim baits has always been that you couldn't keep them down, couldn't keep them. They wouldn't chop right. They wouldn't run straight. At the faster retrieve. But as you see in his testing tank there, the video, they have got that all figured out. He breaks down everything you need to know about fishing these things, down to the proper setup. Sounds like they have a collab rod and reel and stuff coming as well. But I think more importantly, what kind of caught my attention there was the braid to mono leader. You typically don't hear too much about that. You hear either super heavy fluorocarbon from guys for big glides or heavy mono. He's going, braid to a mono leader. So I think that was a little gem that I pulled from the video there. So yeah, if you can find one, I'd say grab one, give it a try. It looks like a great option for a small glide bait.
Yes, it does, man. I'm excited to try these myself. I have some of their full-size SPRO Chads, and those things are awesome. But this little bit smaller one, I mean, like you said, he listed a lot of reasons that you might want one. So, Dave, I have to say, as of this moment, who knows if it's still going to be the case when someone watches this, but there are currently some in stock on Tackle Warehouse, believe it or not. So we'll have a link to this in the description. If you guys want to go get yourself one of these, click on that, check these out. Hopefully they're still in stock at that time. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Appreciate that info coming straight from KGB himself. That was awesome.
All right, Jordan, it is time to talk a little business, and nothing says business more than a major tournament trail heading to a city, and this time the MLF Bass Pro Shop Summit Cup presented by Zenny is headed to Shreveport, Bossier City. And with that comes a lot of financial gain for the town and the area.
Yes, 100%. Let me pull up this article for you, Dave. It's in the Fishing Wire. I'll have a link to this if anyone wants to go check out the full thing for themselves. But we'll kind of scroll through this and kind of just talk bigger picture, Dave, about the impact that having a major trail has when they do come to your city. So talk to me about that.
Sure, Jordan. Well, the cup format a little bit different, not a full giant field of anglers. There's 12 teams, 24 guys there. The incentive and I think the payoff for this type of format is the TV coverage and the live stream coverage that Major League Fishing does such a great job with on these team series. This is really highlighting the fisheries. That smaller field oftentimes allows them to go to multiple lakes around the region. So, it's not just one lake that's benefiting from like a regular tournament. So they're able to go showcase multiple fisheries, highlight the fisheries and, obviously incentivize people to come down, give it a try. They also do a good job of going around town, like, restaurants, cool things to do, attractions as well. So doing a really good job of just highlighting the area there in Shreveport, Bossier City, everything it has to offer, and a really cool format. They have done an awesome job, I feel like, of just adapting to this format and getting better and better. Used to be a three-man team. They've gone to the two-man team deal where both guys are in the boat working together, and these things are one of the tournament formats that I really look forward to watching and seeing how these guys match up together and how they work together as a team.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Should we talk about? I guess we can break down who some of these teams are if people are curious. I will pull up that on the screen here so people can see. If you're just listening, of course, we'll read these out. So the teams are going to be Zach Burge and Keith Poche, Todd Faircloth and Nick LeBrun, Brent Chapman, Wesley Strader, Brent Ayler, Justin Lucas, Keith Carson, Ron Nelson, Matt Becker, Spencer Shuffield, Cole Floyd, Nick Hatfield, Drew Gill and Marshall Robinson, Adrian Avina and Mark Daniels Jr., Britt Myers and Terry Scroggins, Bobby Lane and Jacob Wall, and finally Fred Rambanis and Jeff Sprague. There's quite a few really great teams there. These are going to be really fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these guys we have seen team up together before. If you're a fan of this cup format, some of them are kind of newer teams to me. It doesn't strike me as remembering them teaming up previously. So, should be very interesting. I feel like you're going to get some pretty good shallow water power fishing opportunities there in Louisiana, but these guys are always full of different tricks, and that's one of the cool things, man. They go to your local fisheries and show you how to catch fish and do things that you may not normally try. So looking forward to checking this one out. All right, Jordan, it is time to get into the bonus segment, and I have been looking forward to this one. Japanese tackle shops. What do you have for us?
Yes, Dave. Let me show you our friend Terry Batisi from Bass Fishing Archives, which, by the way, if you guys do not follow Bass Fishing Archives on social media, you have to do it. He's got some of the coolest content out there. And what I wanted to show you here in particular, Dave, is he recently went to Japan and went to all kinds of different tackle shops. And I'm just going to scroll through some of these and show you. These are frankly unbelievable. I mean, just look at the tackle in this store. The amount of stuff that they fit in these aisles is insane. Look at these. I like the
you
little
could spend
baskets
a
too.
lot of money at these places.
Yeah, you definitely could. You'd get in a lot of trouble going to these places, man. I mean, I actually think I saw a picture of our friend Brian New, pro angler, with a very, very long receipt, or 3 or 4 or 5 from some of these tackle shops. So I think,
He,
gosh, you'd have to.
yeah, I spoke with Brian prior to him going to Japan, and he was going to try to be working on a budget. But knowing Brian, if you follow Brian and what he does for Best on Tour, he's an absolute tackle junkie. There was no way he was going to stick to a budget over there. And rumor has it that he was already taking 3 extra bags to check luggage to come back, but he's probably gonna have to spend some money on some more suitcases or leave all of his clothes over there and just fill everything up with tackle, because that guy's coming back with a haul for sure.
Man, that's unbelievable. I mean, kind of jealous, right? So here, look, here's some more footage of some of this place. So Terry says the swim bait selection here in Japan is pretty amazing. This is maybe 10% of what this store has. And so for those just listening, he's panning across this shelf of swim baits, some that we've never seen before. I mean, some of these brands and some of these
I
shapes.
was just about to say, a lot of these, I don't even recognize the brand.
No, not at all. But some of them we do, right? So, for example, there's maybe some Gan crafts there. We've seen those over here imported. And then we maybe have some of, which ones are these? We've got some Imikatsus. We've got some Noris, which that's a cool one. And then some of the Luke's brand as well. So very interesting stuff. Gosh, he says this is maybe 10% of what this store has. I mean, that's a lot of swim baits. And lastly, let me show you this last slide here. And again, if you're just listening, these shelves are literally floor to ceiling. I don't even know how you would reach some of the baits on the top shelf of some of these. And I think this video reply from Tracker 16V kind of sums up what it looks like when you walk into one of these stores. Just absolute amazement and awe at how many baits and how many cool and interesting baits that we've never seen before they have. Here's another video just panning across aisle after aisle of very cool looking swim baits. A lot of very interesting colors too, right? I mean, you don't see colors like
Oh,
this.
dark sleeper. Recognize that
Yep.
one. Some jackal
We've seen
stuff.
those.
Some crank. These are some crankbaits. Yeah. Man, how cool!
They've
is
really just got
that?
it all. You would have to show up with a budget in cash so that you don't end up just running up a credit card bill over there, wouldn't you?
I'd be very curious to know how much pros who have been to Japan have spent on fishing tackle. And the thing is there's multiple shops like this. This is just one of them.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, again, how do you even reach some of these baits? They're all the way up to the ceiling. I don't know, but you'd have to find a way because there's some really cool stuff in here. And I'll say another really funny comment that Terry got on here is one of his buddies, Stump Jack Outdoors, asks, "Holy smokes, are you in heaven?" And Terry aptly replies, "Is a pig's ass pork?" Meaning, yes,
Yeah, I suspect
he's
he
absolutely
had,
in tackle heaven.
suspect he had a great time over there, perusing all of the aisles. Man, I'm just like mesmerized, just trying to figure out what's. And you see, like some of the colors too, man. I mean, that's so cool. Like a lot of just real bright, vibrant colors. A lot of stuff that you just don't see. The packaging too. I mean, everything looks so crisp, well designed. A lot of the colors. I mean, look at the colors of the swim baits. Like you don't even see that type of stuff over here at all.
Yeah, man, really cool to see. Maybe if we end up going to Japan someday, Dave, we'll have to go check some of these shops out.
Yeah, find out which one this one is for sure.
If you want more behind-the-scenes bass fishing info in your inbox every week, go sign up for our newsletter. It's at bestontour.net. It's 100% free. Scan the QR code that's going to be on your screen. Click the link in the description. However you want to get there, check it out. You'll really enjoy it. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you want to see more, drop a comment. We love shouting out your comments in the show. Drop suggestions, something you might want to see on a future episode, and we will try to include it. I think that's it for now, Dave. Thanks for watching or listening. We'll see y'all on the next one.
See ya.
Thanks for watching or listening. See you on the next one. The best on tour breakdown.